Why did I delete all of my old videos? Well, literally, just so you will watch this video. Now that I have you here, please watch this video in its entirety. Not for me, but for you. If you actually embrace what I'm telling you in this video, it could very well be the most important video you have ever watched in your entire life. So, I feel like it would be irresponsible of me to leave up my old videos without giving you an important disclaimer. And well, here's that disclaimer. Don't worry, I'm gonna give you access to my old videos, just be patient. But I gotta give you the disclaimer first. So my old videos are used by many for motivation to get in shape, get a good physique, and get girls. That's all a guy really wants, right? Great physique, girls, money. Gotta be happy when you have those things, right? I want to make this video to save you time. Time and energy. Because right now, you are chasing your tail. You are looking for happiness in places where happiness cannot be found. Take me, for example. I had it all. Well, looking back on it, I didn't have it all. Now I have it all. But back then, I thought I had it all. I was this famous YouTuber. Millions of views a month. This pseudo fame. All these girls thinking I'm famous. This new money, like I had no idea what to do with. Seems great, right? All these things that I wanted when I was a kid. All these things I didn't have. You know, I was a shy, introverted loser. Couldn't get a girl, no respect, no popularity whatsoever. And somehow, like a movie, this transformation into this perfect, material life from my perspective. How much happier do you think it made me? 100% happier? Maybe only 50% happier? And maybe only 30% happier? No. 0% happier. In fact, I reached this point of success. The great physique, the girls, the money, and I became depressed. Why? Because I had accomplished exactly what I thought that it took to find happiness. And at that moment I realized it didn't work. Think of how depressing that is. All you want to do is find happiness, and you have a plan, and you accomplish that plan. Hours and hours, hard work, long nights filming and editing, staying up all night editing these videos. Going against what my parents think I should do, going against what my peers at my college think I should do, making myself a laughingstock at my school, starting out this YouTube career, proving everyone wrong, and becoming this famous YouTuber with a bunch of girls, the life that everyone dreams of. Sounds like an incredible story, right? But it made me 0% happier. Because I accomplished all that and realized it didn't make me happier. And at that moment, I fell into the deepest and last depression of my entire life. You see, you will never find happiness chasing these external material desires. It is a never-ending merry-go-round. It cannot end. You see, maybe you get the great physique. You have a physique that's even better than mine. My physique kind of sucks now. But yet I'm happier. So you build this great physique, the physique you always wanted. You get the hottest girlfriend, the girlfriend you've always wanted. Well, you're gonna realize that it is not fulfilling. It's gonna be fleeting. You might be a little happier for a couple hours, maybe a day, maybe a week, maybe even a month. but it'll fade. And you won't know what to do. So you'll think, maybe if I get an even bigger physique, how about I turn to performance-enhancing drugs and become this Greek god-looking NPC pro? Maybe I should get 10 girlfriends. Maybe that'll make me happy. And so you do that. You sacrifice your health, you sacrifice more time, more energy, and you accomplish these things. And then you realize then, you're still not happy. You can never be happy with this approach. It is actually impossible. So, would you like me to save you time and energy and tell you how to truly be happy? All I ask is that you listen to this with an open mind. Because your closed-mindedness is what is keeping you from actually being truly happy, from being truly liberated, from being truly at peace. So right now, you think how the universe works is that somehow you manipulate the external world and your internal world will change positively. That couldn't be further from how the universe actually works. How it works is you must first change your internal world, and the external world changes in parallel. This is essentially the law of attraction. It's a real thing. I don't want to go too deep into that, but it's a real thing. The only way to really have the external material world that you've always imagined, you must first change your internal world. Every single successful person that you think is living the best life, if they have not gotten there through first purifying their internal world, they're not happy. They're probably suffering more than you because they have everything. They have all this success, just like I did, and they will inevitably realize that they're not happy and fulfilled. And that can send you into depression. If you are attached to any material thing, if you identify with anything in the material world, you will suffer. You will suffer. Say you identify with your body, well, you get old and your body goes to shit. You suffer because that was part of your identity. Even something a little deeper, say you identify with your mind. When you get old, your mind goes to shit. Maybe your mind changes. Maybe you have some thoughts that you don't really like. Maybe there's something you don't like about your mind. You suffer. If you identify with literally anything in the material world, you will suffer. It's easier to think of, say, identifying with a car. You can see how that can cause you to suffer. What if you lose the car? What if you become broke? What if you can't afford the car? Then you suffer, you see? The only way to find true happiness is to disidentify from everything in the material world. Or identify as everything in the material world. The only way to true happiness is to realize who you are. Not on some personality level, get to know myself a little better. No. I mean on the deepest existential and metaphysical level. Find out who you really are. And that will lead to your liberation. That will lead to your happiness. Find out who you truly are beyond this mind and body. Because there is a you that is beyond this mind and body. Don't believe anything that I tell you. I'm about to throw some pretty radical concepts at you that I know to be absolutely 100% true. That many other people have found to be absolutely 100% true. That is not belief, that is not dogma, that is not religion. It is experience that can be known directly. Let me tell you who you really are. But, another disclaimer, everything that I'm about to tell you is not who you really are. To know who you really are, you must experience it. And I give you the tools to do that throughout many different pieces of my content. You are God. Now, before you get offended, Let me explain to you what that means. Because you grew up in a religious, dogmatic household, and the idea of believing that your God is blasphemous. And so immediately your ego shuts down that idea. But just listen to what I have to say. You think that you know what God is because you have this concept that has been drilled into your mind since you were a kid. I'm sure you can agree that God is infinite. So that concept that you have about God is not God, because that is a finite concept. God is not what you think it is. God cannot be conceptualized. God has to be experienced. Right now, you're thinking you're living in this objective, material world that you're separate from. That couldn't be further from the truth. You are living in the most incredible fairy tale dream you could possibly imagine. You have just yet to see the perfection of this dream. You are an infinite imagination that is imagining your entire existence. What existence truly is a giant mind. And you are imagining the solidity and the material that you know the physical reality to be. Just as in a dream, everything is in your mind, right? That is what is going on in this reality. Everything is your infinite mind as God. Now you might be saying, Connor, well, in a dream, everything's in my mind, but that is housed in the brain. I want you to think of a giant mind without a brain, without a base. That is what reality is. You are the emptiness, the absolute emptiness in which all form manifests. This is an emptiness with the most infinite potential. An emptiness that can morph into anything it desires. And it's desiring to be you right now. This infinite imagination is so powerful that it made you forget that you are God, that you are this giant mind, in order to give you the experience and the context of knowing what God is. You could not truly know the profundity of being God without first believing that you were this mortal, physical individual that was separate from the entire universe. You couldn't know what unity means without first feeling separate. You couldn't know unconditional love without first feeling finite attachment. There is a reason that all of this is happening right now. Connor, if I was God, why is there suffering in the world? It's all to give you context. Up and down, right? What happens if I took away the down? What is this? See how it's not up anymore? Your mind actually cannot contextualize what up is. It cannot know what it is without down to compare it to. This is why there's suffering in the world. Here's the cool thing. You don't have to suffer forever. I'm giving you the tools to end your suffering. You have this awesome thing called memory that gives you the context. You get to know what the bad is, but you don't have to experience it anymore. The entire world is in the process of waking up to this fact. Because it's the truth. It's the only truth about the nature of existence itself that is not dogmatic, that is not some philosophy. It's an experience. And that is why it is unbreakable. This is the direction the world is heading. People are waking up. People are cleansing their internal mind. And their external world is following. You want to hop on board? It's pretty cool. I say, Connor, I don't want to be crazy like you. I can honestly say with the utmost sincerity that the crazy that I am has no downfalls. Zero. It is absolutely incredible. I am living in a permanent dream, a fairy tale, and it cannot end. It is absolutely incredible. All you have to do is set your ego aside and become open-minded enough to realize that this truth could be possible. Just sit here for a moment and throw away all the concepts you have about reality and just realize that you're existing, that there is something here rather than nothing. Look at your hand. Throw away all the concepts you have about your hand, that it's alive, that it's part of you, that was somehow born biologically, and really just pay attention to the fact that you're existing. Existence itself is the most incredible miracle, is the most magical shit you can possibly imagine. We've just told ourselves so many stories about existence that it seems mundane to us. It seems boring. But I can assure you, it is not. There is something here rather than nothing. Just for there to have been materialized, just one atom materialized, requires an infinite intelligence to create something out of nothing. Just for there to have even been a Big Bang requires infinite intelligence. You see, for a Big Bang to happen instead of nothing happening requires infinite intelligence. If you really think about that, it can be profound. And you'll realize that this infinite intelligence actually has your best interest in mind, and that the world is about to get a lot better. Even though you can't see it right now, you can't see its perfection, you will. The world is absolutely perfect. Every single atom in existence is in perfect harmony. You play the most vital role in the universe. A butterfly's wings can dramatically affect the future. Just a flap of a butterfly's wings. Imagine what you can do with all your thoughts and actions. You are an integral part of this universe. In fact, you are the entire universe. Now that might be hard to imagine. You have to experience it. I'm here to give you motivation, to let you know that this can be accomplished in this lifetime. Soon. I woke up in 6 months. Of course, I meditated for a few years before that, but I didn't have the incredible knowledge that I'm giving you. I'm giving you the path. I don't mean to sound greedy because I'm putting these behind a paywall, but I'm showing you the path through Patreon and OnlyFans. I want to make money so I can spread this more. I have no need for any material possessions besides just the basic needs. I mean, look at my room. I literally have a freaking a beanbags to sit on. I don't want anything other than to spread this incredible message because I truly believe that it can save the world. When everyone wakes up, when everyone has experienced what I have, the world will change and it will become incredible. So I give you all the information to really know what I'm talking about on a conceptual level on my channel, Connor Murphy Talks. I show you an amazing path, easy, fun meditation called Tantra on my OnlyFans. And on Patreon, I give you content that I really can't put on YouTube that's discussing the path to be able to realize these amazing truths. And of course, here on my main channel, I'll be doing some interesting videos as well. So I just wanted to give you that disclaimer before I showed you my old videos. And by the way, old videos in the description below. Connor Murphy Vlogs and Connor Murphy Talks. So go check them out. I just had to give you that disclaimer. That's it. This is just a quick disclaimer. Yeah, go watch my old videos. Peace, guys.